What's good, YouTube? Swiftly here, back with another NBA 2K25 video. And in today's video, I have another episode of Rare Builds for you guys. As you can see on your screen, today's episode, we are creating a shoot first two guards. So with that being said, let's jump right into the video. Obviously, you have to make this build at the shooting guard position. Otherwise, you won't get the name shoot first two guard, obviously, because the two guard is the shooting guard. Height, I went 6'4". Weight, I left the default at 205. And then for the wingspan, I went down to 6'4". Just so that we can reach certain thresholds. As you can see, when you go down on the wingspan, when you go to 6'4", this build will be able to get a 99 3 ball, which is going to be vital when you get those cap breakers to hitting that 99 3. We're not going 99 3 outright, but I do want this build to have a 99 3 because it is a shoot first two guard, and we're going to be shooting on this build. You know what I'm saying? That being said, let's jump into these attributes. Now, for the close shot, I went 74 on that. We went 80 on the layup, you know, just so that we had like some layup, you know, just to make this build a little bit more versatile. You don't want to not have any finishing and then to have dudes face guarding you holding L2 on your cock the entire match where you can't do anything. Because if they're just holding L2 and just literally grabbing and holding on you the entire time, guess what? You're going to finish the game with no points. So if you can at least dribble, put the ball on the floor, you know what I'm saying, finish at the rim, do something other than just shoot and spam threes, then you'll be good, because then they can't just face guard you like that. Because if they face guard you, then you just, you know, just drive right, run right past them, cut, get an alley or get a layup or something. You know what I'm saying? 25 driving dunk, 25 standing, and then I just threw some points into the post control because that's just what I had left over. You could throw those into driving dunk or standing dunk if you want. It doesn't really matter. It's not going to really change much of anything because you're still not going to really get any crazy dunking. You can go 40 on the standing or like 33 or 36 for the driving to get those rim grazer packages, but I found that those don't trigger enough when you have that low of a dunk. You really want to go like 50, 55 if you can, just to trigger it a little bit more consistently. So that's why I just threw it on post control. But again, like I said, it's up to you. You could throw it on whatever you choose. It's just throwaway points that I had left over that I just threw on that. Moving on to the shooting, we have an 89 on the midi, which outright is going to give you silver deadeye and gold set shot specialist. But that three ball is going to go all the way up to a 97. Now, the reason why we're not going straight outright going 99 is because you're going to see how expensive this is. From 97 to 98 is going to be 76. And then from 98 to 99 is going to be a whole 3 attribute points. So that's why you see we're not doing that. We're going 97, which is, you see the difference? 75 to 79. That's a whole 4 overall points for just 2 attributes, you know. And while you are getting a ton of badges for those, like you're getting legend badges, we could just use our cap breakers and save those points. Those are 4 overall points that we can put elsewhere into this build just to make it, you know, just that much better. So we're going to go 97, 73 free throw, and then we're going on to our playmaking, which we're going 71. Now, keep in mind, I know people are going to say, like, oh, well, you advocate for going 75 or at least 78 on a pass accuracy. Ordinarily, yes, but this is going to be a build where you're just really just spotting up to play off ball and to shoot some shit. So you don't really need too high of a pass accuracy. You're going to be the guy that takes that last shot when the shot clock is late into the shot clock or whatever, 4 seconds left. You're going to probably be the one that they hot potato and throw that grenade to. So you're not going to really be too much concerned with doing too much passing. Your goal is to be a bucket, to shoot some shit and to score some shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we're not really too concerned on having too crazy of a pass accuracy. If you're making this build at PG, then yes, you really do want to have, you know, like a 78 or 85 pass accuracy, but you're making this at the 2 guard, which means you'll be playing the 2 and or possibly the 3 if you play solo rec. Pass accuracy isn't going to be as important at that, you know, position and whatnot, because you're not going to be passing as much. So we're going 71 just so that we can reach that dimer on silver, help our teammates out a little bit as well. And then for the ball handle, we're going 95. You know what I'm saying? Now, the reason why I'm going 95 is because, again, you're not just going to be a strictly 3 and D type of build. You're going to be a build that can put the ball on the floor. You're going to be a bucket, yes, but you're not just going to just be a spotter. You want to also be able to get your shot off, because I tell you guys this all the time. As somebody who primarily plays solo rec, the last thing you want to do is to be at the mercy of the randoms. You don't want to build with no ball handle and shooting, and then you got to pray that they hit you when you're open, that they see the full court. You got people playing on fucking God knows what camera view. Dudes playing on My Career Cam number 73 and shit, where they only see their player dribbling the ball or something. They don't see you wide open. They don't see the big man setting the off-ball screen. Whatever it is, they don't be seeing you wide open, and you're screaming for the ball, and they're not passing you the ball. So that's why I'm saying, hey, look, you want to have ball handles. You see, you're going to have a 95 ball handle. You're going to have Hall of Fame handles for days. You're going to have Hall of Fame ankle assassin, so you'll be able to put +1 on that if you want and get legend ankle assassin. You'll have gold unpluckable, right? But remember, this build can get a 96, but we're not going 96 outright, though. That's the thing. We're going 95. And the reason why we're doing that is because, again, like I told you guys, we have our cap breakers. So with those cap breakers, you can then put +1 on this with your cap breakers. You're only using 2 cap breakers for your 3. So from 97 to 99, that's only going to be 2, right? And then you're still going to have 3 left over. You could put that 1 into your ball handle and get, you know, Hall of Fame unpluckable as well, too, on this build, you know? So do keep that in mind. That is very much a possibility. That's the reason why I'm going 95. If I want, I can go higher, but it's going to be at the cost of like a whole entire attribute point, which I don't want to do. So that's why I'm going 95. 95 is suffice. Really, anywhere from 92 to 94 is suffice. Like, you don't really need 95, but I wanted to get that legend ankle assassin so you could really get people off you. This build can really, you know, do damage because you're going to have a +1 on that, which means you're going to have legend ankle assassin, and then when you get a 99 3 ball, you're going to have legend Deadeye and legend set shot specialist and legend shifty shooter or Hall of Fame shifty shooter. So you're really going to be able to get people off you with legend ankle assassin, and then once you get that opening to shoot, you're sparking it. You know what I'm saying? So 95 on the ball handle, you know, 86 with the speed with ball, getting you gold lightning launch. Now, if you don't want to put that +1, if you feel Hall of Fame is enough, you can always put that +1 on lightning launch and get Hall of Fame lightning launch. That's always a possibility as well too. Moving on, we have our defense, which isn't too crazy, but it's going to be, you know, suffice for staying in front of our man and just guarding our man. We got a 51 interior defense. We have a 76 on the perimeter defense, and then we have a 91 on the steal. You know what I'm saying? So you could play those passing lanes. You got gold glove, gold interceptor. You can play those passing lanes. People are going to think you sweet. They're going to see shoot first and think that this build has no defense, and they're going to be lacking. You know, for a lack of a better words, they're going to be lacking. They're going to think that you can't stay in front of your man. They're going to think that you don't have no steal, and they're going to be in for a rude awakening when you're in those passing lanes, snatching shit with gold interceptor or plucking them straight on ball with gold glove. Now, if you want, you can make this build a little balanced. You can drop the steal down to like an 85 and get gold interceptor, no gold glove, and then put your perimeter up to like a 82-ish. If you can get it up to 82-ish for silver challenger. 85 would be better for silver challenger and silver on-ball minutes, but I understand that, you know, perimeter defense is costly. And steal is a little bit cheap, so, you know, it's up to you if you prefer to have a little bit more of a balanced build. But I did it this way so that I can be a little OP in the sense of steals at least. I'm not going to be OP when it comes to perimeter, but I'll at least be still OP with these badges. And if you decide to throw a +1 on either one of these, you know, really it would be interceptor. You'll be able to really get in those lanes. You know what I'm saying? Moving on to the rebounding, we got 36 on the defensive and 25 on the O board. We're not going to really be doing much of rebounding or anything like that on this build. And then we have 85 speed. We're going to have a 78 agility, 36 strength, and 55 vertical, because this build doesn't have any dunking or anything, so you don't need any vertical. We don't have no block or really no rebound, so there's no need for vertical. And the strength, we're not going to have any strength on this build. I know people like to throw strength on this build, but again, this build is going to be a bucket. You're not really too concerned. You have some defense. Don't get it twisted. You have some defense on this build. You'll be able to stay in front of your man. You'll be able to steal. Again, like I said, you could drop the steal if you want. Go down here and then try to, like, put your perimeter defense up if you can. But again, like I said, it's not, you know, a necessary thing. Like, you don't have to do that. You can't just stay with the 91 steal. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a necessity that you do that. You know, I'm trying to think. What did I? Okay, it was the block. Okay, there we go. So this is our build. 85 speed, getting that slippery off ball, on ball menace, pick dodger, Hall of Fame shifty shooter, and then gold slippery off ball. You could throw that +1 on shifty shooter as well, and then have legendary everything, because then you're gonna have legendary Deadeye, limitless range, and set shot specialist, and then you put that +1 on shifty shooter. You now have all 4 of those badges legendary. You could go legendary ankle assassin, or you can even go Hall of Fame lightning launch, or even Hall of Fame interceptor. The choice is yours, but you do have a choice, you know, and that's what's really important. Of course, we create our build. We see the shades of. We see Hal Greer. We see Kyrie Irving, and we see Derek White, which I'm kind of shocked to see Derek White up there. But of course, we have our build name, which is Shoot First 2 Guard. So there you have it. This is my Shoot First 2 Guard build for NBA 2K25. Please be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe for more NBA 2K25 content. And of course, more rare builds like this. I'm out, y'all. Peace.